Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So we are still in the rūpāvacarakusalaṃ. We are still in the process of understanding about the first rūpāvacarakusalaṃ. Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, page number 44, paragraph number 160. Athasalini Athagata, page number 211. Page number 211. So last week we already discussed about the something to be abundant for the attainment of the first rūpāvacarakusalaṃ, and also there are the things to be the factors to be associated with in pursuit of first rūpāvacarakusalaṃ. So these jhana factors are very familiar with us, with you. So Vidaka, Vijara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. So Vidaka, we have studied Vidaka, Vijara, Piti in the jhana rasi, or the first Mahakusala Chitta, and the rising of the first Mahakusala Chitta. So Vidaka is the thinking, initial application of the thought. With the Vidaka, we put our mind on the object. Okay, we put our mind on the object. So if we are not able to put our mind on the object, it means that there is a tina meda. So tina, what instability of the physical, physical instability of the mind, tina. So meda also. So they are translated as what? Sloth and torpor, mental sloth and torpor. So if there is to be free from the sloth and torpor, we should what? We should keep our mind on the object. We should put our mind on the object. So sometimes we are not able to put, much less to say to fix on the object, but just to put on the object, and we are not able. That time Tina Meda arise. So Tina Meda is said to be opposite to Vidaka. So Vidaka Tina Meda sa Vijikejaya Vichara. So Vijikeja is a doubt, skeptical doubt. So even though we put our mind on the object, we are able to put our mind on the object, but sometimes we are rushed, or we are in a hurry to go after another object. Other that we will not be able to recognize what is this? What was this object or that object? Will not be able to discern the object. So it means what? It is a lack of the vichara, repeated application of the thought on the object. So it is translated as what? The sustained application of the thought. So in this way, other than if we don't know the object very clearly, then we have uncertainty. Okay, uncertainty. We are not certain, we are not sure what is this or what is that. So that they go Vichikecha. So with the jhana feather of Vichara, we can abandon what? Vichikecha. Vichikecha Vicharo. So with the Godina Medasa Vichikecha Vicharo. And then PD Jabi Vyabadasa. So here in this contest, last week also I already explained, PD Sukha, that is born of the Vivekaja, seclusion, born of the solitude, Vivekajam. So PD Sukha, we feel joy or rapture or happiness. So that joy or happiness is not born of the karmaja, not born of the sensual pleasures, enjoyment of the sensual pleasures, but born of the seclusion from the sensual pleasures. Uejiva kamehi, that's why the Buddha said, Uejiva kamehi, vivecha agusalehi dhamehi. Not only we keep ourselves away from the sensual objects, but also we keep ourselves away from the sensual defilements. Yeah. So that as a result, we are in the midst of the seclusion, or we are in a isolated place. Our mind is totally isolated from the defilements, both the physical and mental defilements. So as a result, we feel what? Joy or rapture, and then it will be followed by the sukha, blissfulness or bliss or pleasant or happiness. So that sort of thing. So that's why it's the opposite to piti is the opposite to vyabhada. Piti jabi vyabhada sa. So otherwise there will be vyabhada. So after the having encounter, when we encounter with the sense objects, or if we let our mind absorb in the sense objects, what happened with us? If we pay attention, you will see very clearly what happened. We are bada, vyabhada. So vyabhada is the what? It's made of a we are, but. Okay, we preface, are preface, and then but or bada. Bada means to go what the wheat in a in a disordered way or in an unorganized way. Or vyabhada means so we usually translate as a word. Vyabhada means evil. Evil means the vigaram abhajadidi vyabhada. Okay, vigara. So transform uh, to reach some to the state, to a state of to a state in an organized manner. So like this what happened when we let ourselves absorb in the sensual pleasures. Our mind reach to the state of an organized manner. So that is Vyabhada. That's why PD is opposite to Vyabhada. So when we keep our mind in isolation or whatever, or in a solitude or seclusion from the mental and physical defilements, then what happens? Our mind is find delight, okay, PD, and then we wake up. Solution. So solitude. And then as a result, it will be enjoying the sukha, blissfulness. So sukha, odaja, gogoja. Sukha is opposite to odaja and gogoja. Sukha, blissfulness is opposite to odaja. Odaja, restlessness of the mind. And then gogoja, remorse. So since our mind is not involving with the sensual pleasures, but rather it is keeping ourselves away from the sensual pleasures, not involving in uh, the wrong activities, then our mind will be what? Uh, will be concentrated. Uh, so it means what? Opposite to their odaja, restlessness. So if there is a vyabhada, so vyabhada will be followed by the restlessness. So our mind is running, maybe in a organized manner, or changing constantly, changing from its own nature up to the various kinds of other nature. Then what happened? So later on, it became very tired, odaja. So cannot uh, cannot remain in a stability of the mind. So instability of the mind is called odaja, okay, restlessness. And then there is a gogoja. After that, you feel unstable. Then after that, what happened? Remorse arise. Gogoja. So these things will be maybe it is a kind of a process. So even though we are explaining one after another, but that have been in these mentalities in the jhana. Now, when we are practicing the meditation, so these mentalities automatically happen one after another. This is just a process. What we are, what is mentioned in the text is just a process of how it happened. So in the meditative mind, piti sukha and then ekagata. Then finally, our mind is totally remain on the object ekagata. Samadhi, yeah, samadhi. So this this kind of a powerful process, powerful mental process is said to be what attainment of the first jhana. Okay, here on the page number 211, Dhammasaṅgaṇī Adhagata, they are mentioned what the piti sukha is born of the what vivekaja. Vivekajam piti sukham. Then in this way we attain the first jhana. Pathaman jhana, upasambaja, vihārati. So go in the Bali text, there didn't mention the word samadhi. Instead, it mentioned Bhattamanjana, Upasambaja, Viharadi. Okay, Bhattamanjana. So the word Bhattamanjana uh, collectively refer to the first rūpāvacarakusalaṃ consciousness. So uh, focusing especially on the concentration. Samadhi Igagada. Igagada Jedasika. So in that case, it reached to the highest level uh, because it got the support of the Vidaka, Vijara, Vidi, and Sukha. Okay, so after then the Buddha mentioned what the Uegajam, Vidi Sukham, Bhattamanjanam, Upasambaja, Viharadi. So Bhattamanjana, regarding the Bhattamanjana on the page number 211, there you can see. So Bhattamajana, Evan Bhattamanjana di Ita Kanana Nubobada Bhattamam, Kanana Nubobada, Anuboba, in the order or the counting, in the order of accounting, calculating. Okay, Kanana. So that's why in the order of accounting, first jhana become first. That's why it is called fast. Patama Obanam. So firstly arises. So sometimes you see what the desana kama. So we have a many order, right? if we arrange things in a place, then sometimes we put something first, some we put another thing in the second, and so on. So why? We have many purposes, right? So suppose in you are writing a thesis or academic paper, research paper. Um, suppose you are talking about the something. Okay, in that case, some subject. So, but the many different scholars' ideas are there. So on a same event. So maybe and then 1980, there's one scholar. There be a one scholar, and then 1985, another scholar. Then 1990, there another scholar, and then after that the 2020, 2000, one scholar, and then 2020 there one scholar. So in that case, we have to arrange their ideas in terms of the what chronological order. Okay, chronological order. Maybe earlier first, right? Earlier one should be placed in should be uh, should be placed first. So for example, in 1990 or 1980, the scholar said, the scholar who wrote in the 1980, and then after that in 1995, 85, 90, and then 95, 20, and then 2000, and then 2020, and so on. In this way, the way you arrange is in a chronological order, not the order of their age, not the order of not in the order of maybe higher, senior, or junior, and so on, but in the order of year in which they appear. That's why chronological order. Here also, so the Buddha used the first jhana, second jhana, Bhattaman jhana, Dutiyan jhana, Tatiyan jhana, and so on. So in which order? So here, uh, first one is a Ganana Nubovada Bhattaman. So we can also find that the word Desanagama. Okay. In the order, there are many orders. One of the order is the Desanagama, teaching order, in the order of a teaching. Okay. So without teaching first jhana first, then if we go to the second jhana, then the audience may lose the connection, okay, with the uh, with the speaker. So that's why Desanagama also order of preaching, or Desanagama or the Buddha. Then another one is Pawadikama, Batamang Obanandi Batamang. Okay, Obana arises or happens, Batamang passing. So that's why it is called Batama. So this Obana is what? Pawadikama. Ubadikama. Sometimes they say Ubadikama. Upadi means happening, rising. So they are also like this. So here, Bhatama, another word is Bhatamam Samabhajidabandi Bhatamam. So something that should be entered first. Okay, something that should be entered first. That's why it is called what? It's called Bhatama Jhana. Okay. So that's why there are Desanagama, Upadikama, Bhavadikama. Okay. This one, the last one is Bhavadikama. So in this, the Bhattamang Janandi Eta Ganana Nubhavada Bhattamam. This is the first explanation. And then why it is called fast. And then another one is the Bhattamang Ubanandi Bhattamam. This is the second way of explanation. And the third way is Bhattamang Samabhajidabam Dipi Bhattamam. Okay. So first one is Desanagama, order of preaching. In the order of preaching, and the word fast is used. And then in the Bhattama Ubanandi Bhattamam, then it is in the order of Upadikama. So how a jhana arises in the how the jhana arises in the person. So that is Upadikama. Then the last one is the Bhattamam Samabhajidaban Dipi Bhattamam. So then it is Bhavadikama. In the order of happening by the time of the entering. So when they enter into the jhana, so it should be entered fast. That's why it is called Patama. So here I will share a screen with you. You got it. So here, so number one is the Desanagama. So in the ordering, Desanagama, Upadikama, and Bodhikama. So on the page number 211, there you can see Pathaman Janandi. And the first explanation is Desanagama. Second explanation is Upadikama. And then the last explanation is Bhavadikama. Okay. So that's also for you, for your information. Maybe later on also you can see what is, in which order the Buddha preached. Okay. So whatever you see, numbers, maybe past, second, third, and so on, then there you can understand. So sometimes it is not because of the rising, but because of the teaching. Okay, because of the order of teaching, then there is something become fast. Okay, then the commentator continue to say what? Idambana na ikanda lakana. So ikanda lakana na ikanda lakana. Yeah. How it is right. Ekanda Lakana Aramanubhanejana. Oh, here, numerical order therein is giving in the sense of arising fast. For those who have attained the jhana, it can be entered from the beginning to the end, from the end to the beginning, and even in between jhanas. Okay, so idambana na ekanda lakanam. Ekanda means definitely. Okay, we lakana. So because it always remain fast, it always arise fast. So not in that sense. The Buddha preach. Yeah, commentator want to say, idambana na ekanda lakanam. Not in the definite manner or the arising path. Because so for those who are mastery, who have practiced jhana and who became a master in the practice of the jhana, who have attained 8 samapatti, from the first to second, first to, how to say, 8 rūpāvacara jhana, 8 arūpāvacara, 4 rūpāvacara jhana, 4 arūpāvacara jhana, altogether 8 samapatti, who have attained or become a master in that attainment of a jhana, so they can play as they like, right? From the start, they can start from the beginning to the end, or even they may even start from the end up to the beginning, or maybe they may emerge. They may enter into the jhana in between. So that's why. So here there's a nakama, okay, or maybe rising or the rising. It arises fast. That's why it is the dam fast patama is used here. Evam bob patiyatena bana patama nama hodi in the end of the third paragraph. Oba obadiyatena rising fast. Okay. Bana patama nama hodi. This jhana began get the name of the fast. So to become the fast is also very important, right? In the world. So, for example, someday you are in the class. You took an examination. Or maybe some people they stand fast in the class. The whole year pass. Maybe maybe the whole country. And also like a Banuba Kondinya, who became the past, right? The past Nobel Prize in this dispensation. This is also what great to become a fast. So here the reason how a person or a jhana become first one is given here. Bobo Patiyatena, Boba Opadiyatena. So arise fast. Because it arises in the sense of because it began fast in the sense of arising fast. Okay, rising prior to other people, or rising before other things arise. So that's why if we study in the Brahmajala Sutta, so there are some Mahabrahma. There is a Mahabrahma, maybe in the Rūpāvacara Jhana playing. So who be there first, and then he has a long, how to say, uh, life expectancy, how to say, longevity of the life. He live long there. And then another Brahmas, they just appear later. And then maybe they die before him. So something like that. That's why they later on that Mahabrahma think himself that, oh, I'm a Mahabrahma. I'm eternal. They are not eternal. Okay, Ekaja Sasada. Okay, some are idane, some are not. Something like that kind of view also they hold it. Because of the arising past, this is also if we misuse or misinterpret of the arising past, then there can be wrong view. So we have to be very careful. So some people they stand in the class past, then they misinterpret and then they misuse. Then it become a great danger for him or for her, right? So that's why we have to use it properly. So understand the benefit or advantage of being fast uh, in whatever manner in our life or in the even in the attainment of the jhana, mega, bala, and so on. So you see, Abhidhamma. So he is the first disciple of the Buddha. Okay, he is the most senior person in the Sangha, among us in the Sangha. So it means he is the first one. But he know, and then uh, he he tried to find the proper place for him. He don't feel proud, right? Because of the being, the first person in the dispensation of the Buddha. But rather he gave the position uh, to the Manuel Sariputta, Moggallana, Ananda, or for those who are who possess special qualities, okay, for the propagation or promotion of the Buddha Sasana. That's why he most of the time he spent in the forest. Okay, mostly he spent in the forest, and also that 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 sort of attitude makes him more much more appreciated by the sangha. So the sangha the whole sangha pay great respect to the one who is Kondanya. So even though he was dwelling in the forest. So this is also kind of a lesson for us to learn. So regarding the jhana, Bhattama about the fast is understood, I think. And then regarding the jhana, there are two kinds. Okay. So here also.
Sarah,
Yes.
sorry, before you go into next topic, I want to know regarding the Desanagama and the Upadikama and Bhavadikama, how can we know from the like Bhattamanjana, this paragraph, which one is Desanagama, which one is the Upadi, and which one is Bhavadi? Is there some special words we can recognize, or this is refers to what kind of gamma?
uh, but here in this Pali, in this contest, uh, there didn't there are no appearance of such a significant words to recognize what is here referred to the this nakama or bhavadikama or obadikama. So, but here one thing. uh So, Bhattamanjana Upasambaja, we are ready. So, that point, Upasambaja, okay? So, in the context, if you pay attention to the word Upasambaja, so if we divide this Upasambaja, there you can see Pat, okay? Paja means it derived from the word, the root part, to go, right? Padakademi, Uba, Sambat. Okay. So to go means to reach there. So Uba Samba, with the word Uba Samba Jadi, there you can see what? It is what? Upadikama. Okay. It referring to the Upadikama here. Bhattama means in the sense of the Upadikama. Sometimes you may found it that the Bhavatati. Okay. Bhattama maybe later I will find it out. I may find it out when we are reading Bali test. So, but for now, you take note the word upasambaja. So, okay, uh, with the uh, with a special reference to the upasambaja, then we can easily recognize. Oh, this is upadikama. Okay, so maybe sometime in another place, Bhavati also they may appear in the Pali. Or sometimes the Dedana, Patam Desedi. Okay, sometimes the what, the verb form, one of the root, root of the word. So you try to pay attention to that word, the root. Then we can easily, or it may be helpful for you to recognize. Oh, this is Adesanagama or Upadekama or Bhavatekama.
For the Bhavadikama is what kind of root normally refers?
But maybe you see in the Bhavati, the root is a vat. What in the traditional grammar we say vatu, vatu, vadu. Uh, Here you see in the Bhavatikama, ba is a preface and then something like that. Okay, vat. And then Upadikama, they are maybe part. Okay, u, ut, part.
So if like the Samvatadi is also the what root. So is the same also refers to Bhavadikama, this type of teaching?
Samvadadi is Samvadadi. How to translate? Samvadadi.
Leads to
Huh?
leads to somewhere or something like that.
Leads to.
Yes.
Samvadadi cause to happen. Right? Samvadadi. Yeah, cause to happen. Samvadadi. In Myanmar we say what? The PE. Right? Pavadadi also something very similar. Even though prefix is different. The root is the same. So that's why it is possible. Uh, but we have to pay attention to the root word, the root of a word, in order to recognize the which order. Maybe one way or another, it will be helpful for us to maybe how to say to determine whether it is Desanakama or Upadikama or Bhavadikama. So this is a good question. Thank you. So also maybe it make us do how to say when we read a Pali text that mention in the order that indicate a kind of order. So in that case, we can find internal reference is called what? Internal reference. So when we try to make a editing process, right? Suppose we are trying to make edit something, some Bali test, we have to find out, we have to make a decision whether this one is correct, more reliable, or this one is not, or less reliable. So in that case, we have to have we have to rely on the both internal reference and external reference. Okay, internal reference is like this. In the Pali text itself, in the reading paragraph or reading sentence itself, okay, and then we have to locate, we have to find it out, what is the supporting words for this statement. For example, in this case also, Pataman is fast. Patama jhana, first jhana is already mentioned. Not because of this word only, but we have to try to find it out another supporting word for the state of being fast. Okay, and also if we find it out, it become a fast. Uh, in which manner it become? Because the Buddha preached fast, or because it should be attained fast, or it should be entered fast, or in which manner it can be called fast, right? In that case, in trying to making such a decision, we have to find it out what internal reference, something like you ask, yeah, which what, uh, maybe a sort of supportive in making such a decision. Okay, so that's why internal reference also. Maybe sometime, most of the time, the answer remains within the question, right? The answer is available, maybe in the question itself. So also here, the answer is there in the test. Okay, so pay close attention to the test you are reading, and then some maybe finally or gradually you will be very familiar with the word, which one is highlighting which part of a paragraph and so on. So that's why such kind of a paying attention is very good. So not only for this case, in many cases. So when we work editing for the Pali Piṭaka, so also we have to uh, be vigilant to the internal evidences, internal evidence. What are the internal evidence? And also external evidence also. Sometimes internal evidence is okay, but external evidence is not okay. Then we have to make a further research uh, in order to understand, make a kind of conclusion. So, so internal evidence or external evidence, both of them are important. So this is good. And then go to the jhana. Okay. And then we still have a time. Yes. Jhana, there are two kinds of jhana in the same page number 211. Jhana diduvidan jhana, aramanu pane jhana, lakanu pane jhana. Here I put it down, I write it down, maybe here. Aramanu pane jhana, aramanu pa jhana. Aramanupa. Okay, nijana, right? Comprehension. Aramanupa nijana. I don't know how it is translated. Here, my nijana means to look at very closely, to examine very closely. Okay. Uh, yeah, that is called nijana. So, if we examine uh, something very closely, then for what? In order to be able to comprehend, right? In order to be able to comprehend what it is. So that's why in the matriculation examination there is a what? A comprehension, right? A comprehension test. So they give you a kind of paragraph, and then we have to be able, we have to comprehend the paragraph. And then there's the questions. So here also, whatever object they giving, we have to be able to comprehend that object. That is Aramanubani jhana. That can be done through the help of the eight jhana. Okay, eight jhana. Four rūpāvacarakusalaṃ jhana and the four arūpāvacarakusalaṃ jhana. So the higher is, it means what? A deeper concentration level. The concentration. So maybe in the first jhana level, your concentration will not be good enough, but will not be bright enough in order to be able to comprehend an object, right? Vajra jhana. So if you study jhana is, as I explained you before, jhana is very interesting. So if we attain the jhana, if we practice the jhana, attain the jhana, even then we study the jhana, and then so up to the rupa, okay, rūpāvacara jhana, there is a gross objects, gross meditation objects are there, right? The rupa sanyi, right? The perception is the rupa, material rupa sanyi. And then in the arubhavachara level, then you penetrate rupa, okay, material perception of the materiality there, and then go beyond. There is arupa sanyi, right? Arupa sanyi, arubhavachara, arupa sanyi. So then it shows what the level of the how to say concentration or level of a comprehension of the object. How our mind, our concentration can comprehend the object. So the higher you are, the higher you attained, and then the more clearer you will see, more clear, in a more clear way you will see the object. You will comprehend the object. That's called Aramanupa jhana. Pay attention to the object. And then, but this is for the jhana as well as the samatha meditation. For the samatha meditation, you will have such a comprehension of the object. But with the help of the vipassana meditation, lakhanupani jhana, okay, lakhanupani jhana, comprehension of the characteristics, characteristics. So as you see, vipassana is not a basically, you may look at it, you may keep your mind on an object, but fundamentally, that looking at the object is not object itself, but it's a characteristics. In order to be able to comprehend its a characteristics. Suppose we take in-breath and out-breath as a meditation object. In that case, what we do? We are not looking at the in-breath and out-breath. We are not trying to comprehend the in-breath or out-breath, but we rather trying to comprehend the characteristics mass of the object, right? So maybe hardness, softness, and also what motion there, Patavi, Apo, Dejo, Vaya, this sort of thing, as well as so they are impermanent nature, just arising, disappearing. So they are changing nature and so on. So that characteristics is the object, actually the object of Vipassana meditation. With the Vipassana meditation, we try to comprehend the characteristics of the object. Okay, that is insight. So Lakhanupani jhana, we call comprehension of the characteristics. So the Vipassana come into accomplished. Okay, Vipassana come into accomplished, come to be accomplished in the state of the mega. Okay, so that's why mega is also called mega jnana is called Aramanupa Lakhanupani jhana. Okay, Vipassana jnana. This is also called Lakhanupani jhana. Mega jnana is also called Lakhanupani jhana. Why? Because it accomplishes the comprehending of the characteristics by the Vipassana jnana. And then Phala, fruition is also called Lakhanupani jhana. Why? Because it comprehends the true characteristics. And this here is some variation. even in the Venerable Buddha Gosa's commentary. Here, Palambana Niroda Sajam Tata Lakanam Uba Nijayadi di Lakanu Banijana Nama. Okay. But that's in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī Atthakatha. Niroda Sajam Tata Lakanan Uba Nijayadi. They mention. But in the Parajika Atthakatha, Vinaya Atthakatha, written by the same author, Venerable Buddha Gosa, and also other Pradisambhidhamma Atthakatha also. Instead of saying Nirodha Sajja, it means it will be a what? Nirodhasa. Nirodhasa. Instead of Sajja, they are mentioning only Nirodhasa, Nibbana. Okay. So they are so comment Vinaya commentary there you can see on the page number volume 1, page number 116. The true characteristic of the Nibbana, it means Nibbana sa Datta Lakanam. Datta means the true characteristics. Nibbana sa. But in this commentary here, Nirodha Sajjam Datta Lakanam. Nirodha Sajjam and Datta Lakanam, they are kept in the same, kept with the same case ending. It means what? They are adjective to one another. Adjective and noun. Adjective. Nirodha Sajjam Datta Lakanam. Or Datta Lakanam Nirodha Sajjam. So here, that's why I write it down here. Comprehend the true characteristic that is Datta Lakana, called truth of a cessation. Called the truth of a cessation. Or known as truth of a cessation. So the Palajidas or Palanyana, wisdom, that is associated with the Phala fruition, noble fruitions, the duty is what? Is a function is that to comprehend the true characteristic of a cessation. Okay? It comprehend the true characteristic of a cessation. It means that they take a Nibbana object and also see the cessation, true character. What is the really, what Nibbana is, what Nibbana really is. So they can see very clearly, they can comprehend very clearly. That's why it is also called Lakhanupa Nijana. So in Lakhanupa Nijana, we have three: Magga, Phala, and then Vipassana. So that is explained there in the commentary. Imasame ati aramanupa nijanam debidam. So in this context of the jhana, we are talking about the jhana or rūpāvacarakusalaṃ. That's why we have to take it, not Lakhanupa nijana, but aramanupa nijana. Okay. Aramanupa nijana debidam. So that's ma aramanupa nijana do pachanika javana do vati janandi viridabam. In this context of the first jhana, aramanupa nijana is designated. It is called jhana. Why? It is called jhana. Why? Because it comprehends object. Aramanubani janado. It comprehends the object. And then Pajanika Javanado. Pajanika Javanado. Pajanika Javanado. The what? It burns up opposite Mende fetters. Opposite Mende fetters. There are two reasons of for calling this kind of thing as a jhana. Maybe first jhana we call it because there are two reasons. One reason is it able to comprehend, it tends to comprehend the object. Another is it tends to bounce up the opposite mental factors, mental hindrances. That's why it is called jhana. So regarding the what, Aramanubani jhana is no problem. But regarding the Vachanika Japanado, Vachanika Japanado, then Bhadadika Zeraji, he referred to not Japanado, but he rather suggests that it should be Jayanado. Okay? It should be Jayanado. Something like that. Here, there are two words. Japana and Jayana. Have you ever heard the word Japana? Huh? I think for the Myanmar people, the Japana is a very familiar. So when Japana is a cremation. So cremation. So when burning the dead body, the dead body of a monk, or maybe a royal families or whatever, is called Javana. So Andima Eki Javana they call the last fire, the last cremation through the fire. Okay, burning. Javana is burning. So Seroji, Badariga Seroji, Banu Vajanaka Vivansa. Uh, in his idea, Javana is a no. Javana means a kind of a causative verb to cause to be banned, cause to ban. Okay, Jabedi, Jabedi di Javana. It caused to ban. It caused to ban. That's why it is called Jaban, Jana. So it is a kind of a causative verb. That's why he. But if we look at the jhana feda, it not cause to ban. It bans itself. Now it bans itself can ban other being, other things, other mental developments. Not the cause to ban. Not the cause. No, it does not serve. The root does not serve as the cause to ban. But the sense is in the jhana, the word jhana, the root ja or j or whatever, has a sense of a burning. So not causative sense. That's why he has theology, he suggests, repeatedly suggests there, it should be what he says that in the books there appear with a jabana door, but it should be with the jayana door, something like that, with this word, the second word. So theology reference is this word, the jayana door. So because of its burning nature, not cause to burn, but it burns.
Zero.
Yes?
So you say Jabana do, Jayana do. This do is in Burmese or is Pali?
Do is a Bali word. Japana do, here you can see on the paragraph, page number 211, Dhammasaṅgaṇī, Adamanubhanijana do.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Do is ablative surface, ablative sense.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. So we mostly translate as a chao, because of, okay, because of. Javana do, Jayana do. Maybe if we say do, it means a forest in Myanmar. Do means a forest. Where do you live? I live in the forest. Do manire. So those who are living in the Yango, mostly they say, ah, Toga Lara, right? So maybe if I go to that Yango, oh, they are Doga Lare. So maybe my I'm not living in the deep forest actually, but in the maybe how to say countryside. Okay, countryside, or some of the village or some of the city outside the main city. Then in Myanmar we call door. They also call maybe a kind of a discriminated usage, or the what or the people who are living in the city, the big cities. So, but it's a good. The Buddha prays to live for those who are living in the forest. That's why they call what now the Aranya Wasi. Okay, Toya Saudi. So here the point is I'd like to tell you what the different opinion of the theology and then other existing words. That is Jhabana Do, no Bajanika Jhabana Do or Bajanika Jayana Do. So, but if we look at the dictionary, Bali, Tipitaka Bali Myanmar dictionary also, both of them has a share the same meaning. That's why not a big problem of having these one or two words. So then another word is the word Jana di Adeveda here Upasambaja Viradi. So regarding on the page number 212, Upasambaja di Upagandawa Babunidwa di Wobdan Hodi. So Upasambaja means what? Upagandawa. And then Upagandawa may not be very clear. Upa means Upa preface. And then Gan Kamu, the root Gan to go to. So it means what? With the Twa, it indicates that in the word Upasambaja, there is a Twa Bajayanda. It's a Jaram. Okay? It indicates as a Jaram. Maybe Upagandawa, you may not be clear, then commentator explain very generous and then very kind to explain what Papunidwa. Okay, Papunidwa. Having reached, having attained. And then another what? Still give another Wokdan Hodi, right? There are two words commentator provide Wokdan Hodi. Upasambadiyidwa wa Nipadidwa. Okay. Having cause to accomplished. Okay, having cause to accomplished. Nipadidwa. So, and then it provides with a reference. Okay, Vivange Bana Upasambajadi and so on. And then another word, Tasabi Ewa Mato, Ewa Mewa Ato Databo. So here also the same meaning should be understood with the as it is mentioned in the Vibhanga Bali. Okay. So here Upasambaja we already should be understood with the explanation in the Vibhanga Bali. Okay. So Viharadi is a Dadanurubena, Danurubena, Idiabata Viharena. Okay. Idiabata Viharena. Viharam Binepadedi. So the Danurubena means whatever is appropriate. Okay. Idiabata Viharena. Idiabata, you already know, right? Idiabata means maybe standing posture, sitting posture, and so on. Whatever posture which is appropriate to you, then maybe you live, you keep yourself on this posture, and then but the normal posture, the physical posture may be like this, but mentally you are attaining, okay, you are entering into the first jhana mentally. But the physical posture may be this way, maybe lying down. Sometimes you may be in a lying position. Okay, lying posture. Sometimes you may be in a walking posture. Okay. Iriyapathena. That's why he has it. Tadanurubena. Iriyapathaviyarena. Iti Vodabhakara Jhana Samangi. Okay. So, but your mind is endowed with the jhana, first jhana, second jhana, and so on. Adabhavasa, this physical body. So Iriyanam, Votaim, Balanam, Yabanam, Yavanam, Jaram, Viharam, Abhinaypadeti. You maintain your body, okay, physical body. Either by walking, standing, sitting, or maybe lying down. But your mind is endowed with the first jhana. So that is about the Upasambaja. We are ready. And then following is a Batavi Gasina. So the word Gasina mostly kept untranslated, right? Batavi is the earth. Kasina, how to translate? Okay. Kasina, how do you translate the word Kasina? Kasina is here in this. If we read this Bali, uh, the representative or the meaning, the Pali word, the the Pali word that indicate the meaning of the Kasina is Sakala. Okay, Sakalathena. Okay, Batavi Mandalampi Sakalathena Batavi Kasinam. So the word Sakala is the meaning of Kasina. Sakala means the whole, as a whole, uh, perfectly. Only the every part of this circle uh, or this disc, it should be what pure art. Okay, so that if there is any grass or any plastic or whatever inside, then we have to take it out. We have to remove. So solid, it means a solid. It should be only the uh, earth. Okay, that's why instead of interpreting Bhattacharya as the earth disk, sometimes they translate as the earth cycle or whatever. So we can better say pure, okay, pure earth. So all of them should be only the pure earth. Okay, so and then you have a study Visuddhimagga. In the Visuddhimagga, there how to prepare the earth disk. Okay, for the meditation object, they are provided. It should be only the earth, not miss, even no grass, no any other part. And also the color also should be right, a golden color or whatever. They not their black color or another color. Only earth color is very special. So you have to have it, and then that sort of thing is called Bhattacharya preparation. So Bhattacharya, that's a giving as an example. We have how many kasina? 10 kasina, right? Abodijo, Bhattavi Abodijo, Agasa, Bhattavi Abodijo, four Mahabuddha kasina, and then 4 Gala kasina. Okay, altogether 8 kasina we have. But Agasa and Aloka is not taking here in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pāļi. So here, the following following paragraphs on the page number 212, that is about the how to practice the meditation. Okay, and then even commentator mention what? Imasmi Bhattacharya Nibrikamakadawa, Nibadadawa, Vipassana Vadadawa, Arahadam Badugamena, Kulabodena, Gaingadabam. Okay. So here commentator raised the question, how should we do? Okay. for the attainment of arahut, basing this Bhattavika as a making Bhattavika as a base. Okay, so the commentator briefly explained how to practice jhana, how to practice for the attainment of a jhana, and then for the detailed explanation, commentator make a reference to the what the Visuddhimagga. Okay, so there is the arrangement of the meditation. Our meditation process is given in the detail in the Visuddhimagga, so it's better. If we are interested for the attainment of a jhana or arhata, through the jhana we for the attainment of a vipassana arhantahood, then commentator suggests you to read the Visuddhimagga. So also I have to suggest you to read the Visuddhimagga. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your listening.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sayadaw. Sadhu.
Okay, welcome. Buddha Sasanam Jiran Dithatu. Buddha Sasanam Jiran Dithatu. Buddha Sasanam Jiran Dithatu. Buddha Sasanam Jiran Dithatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.